tour of my current bundlewood setup. So the logs start over here on the bunks. I cut them 13-foot 2 so that they work out for my lengths. I just finished that bunk yesterday, so there's nothing there. And I bring 3 or 4 logs, depending on the size, over to my forks. So I've got a log set up in here. So I put 3 forks on. As you can see, the reason I do it is 50.5 inch between each one. So this allows me to cut all the way back and forth. And then at the very end, these 3 here are still sitting on. So when you cut the one over here, these 2 still stay and that one falls off. And I've got blocks on it. I've got multiple sets of forks, so I leave these set up this way. I can still move skids around with it. So then I push them up with the loader into a pile like this. Those are some decent sized ash rounds. That's why I cut into bundlewood, that way I get the most clean and straight pieces. Then I use my loader, manure tying forks, and set them onto a conveyor roller bed that is elevated. It's just got a couple bunks underneath the end of it. I raise it up depending on what I'm doing. These ones are come down fast and furious, so you don't want it very steep. And they roll down here. This is actually my converted Speeco. I converted it to a little bit bigger wedge, and the wedge is on the foot now. I cut it all off, extension on it. So you can see the rounds are there, and then I use the rake to pull them down. I've got it flat enough that they don't come flying down too quick. And at the same time, I take the bark off. These ones are mostly loose. Not that worried about it, but I'll keep it as clean as I can. And then the crappy stuff and the split stuff, knotty stuff goes in here, and either campfires or I have a outdoor wood boiler that can take some pretty big pieces. So you can see I just slice it off into wedges and then get in 2x3 or 3x3 cubes, bunch of triangles. Goes onto a converted conveyor, grain elevator. I convert them over to gas. Actually installed jack shaft. I've got other videos showing how I do that. Slow it right down, and then it goes up the conveyor and drops into a bale thrower wagon. I just bought this at a sale a while ago. I'm going to try it out and see how it works. This way I can move around. I can feed off both sides. I'm actually going to take a recip saw and cut a couple of boards out of the middle so it can drop down too. And we'll see how easy it is to bundle off of that. I have other dump trailers I dump into too. You can see the whole setup. There's the neighbor working up the fields. More projects in the background. It works pretty good. Just takes time, that's all.